Tuning in live to the EPE late night stream. Everybody that's tuning in, you're getting an extra bonus action-packed stream. I'm here with Jackpot observing. My boy Bible Klinger will be joining us shortly. Knife rounds out. Steveosaurus, one of my buddies, gets the final knife kill of the round. Curious to see. We have another SAR game. Now, I'm not saying that EPE is favorable to SAR, but I'm just telling everybody in the community this is the third SAR match that's been streamed on the live stream. I think we have a favorite within the community. So can tryhards continue the campaign? We had the global team earlier. They were able to pick up one map but lost train. Curious to see what happens with tryhards. We have Nebula getting into it. Another ancient match. All right, here we go, guys. Looks like we have a standard. Oh, no, we do. We have a 2B, 2 mid, 1A. Terrorists look like they're making their way up towards B site. This is a fast B take, free site. Quick kills coming in for the CT side, though. Terrorists bringing it back. We're in a 2v2. Is Steve going to be ready for this cave player? The decoy out. He is not ready. Oh, gets the kill. Tryhards picking up the first pistol round. Tryhards picking up the first pistol round. Tryhards picking up the first pistol.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
All right. 1-0 start for tryhards. Gonna see if we can keep up the pace. Anybody in chat, if you can hear the observer, spam yes. Not seeing any spamming. Everybody, thank you for sticking with us as we fix the hub. All right, here we go. Nebula coming in with a hard A rush through the smoke. Anthony C pushing it down. The MP9 not connecting. CT's coming out. Steveosaurus runs out of bullets. The molly on bomb. Bomb is down. Here we go. Last player coming in through A main. Mag 7 not connecting like Stanky wants to hit. Bomb down. Teeth having to recalculate what is my approach to this A-bomb site. Looks like we're just going to hang out, see if we can confuse the CTs of where we're at. Teeth trying to just plant some confusion in the CTs of where they're coming in. See what she can do. Looks like going to come up short on this. So it looks like terrorists had fought into that round. So probably going to have a save coming in. See what the flow of weapons is. Yep, as we expect. Looks like we're going to have a B rush here. Are the CTs going to be ready? Movement up Speedway. There we go. Stanky Meat with the kill. Going to go ahead and peek down Speedway. I call it Speedway. I'm not really sure what everybody else calls it. But that's what we're going to call it for the rest of the game. Unless Bible comes in here and tells me otherwise.
I don't know. I've heard of a bunch of different
There's my boy.
that. Yeah.
I call it
Call
Speedway.
me in for controversy. I'll be here for the serious things. Like, what do we call that area?
I call it Speedway because when I feel when you're taking it quick, that's an area that you take quick. Whether you're trying to get to middle or you're just trying to beat that Molotov that's coming in the nade combo.
I
Speedway.
guess Yeah, very specific as to, I mean, some people have different terms. I've heard, like some people refer to the area as catwalk or shelf, but then the other area, is that still catwalk? How far does that extend,
Yeah. It's almost like the old nuke catwalk. Where's it at? I don't know. Outside, left side, right side, all the way down. You never know. Yeah, we have a slower down round here. Twisted getting the kill, the opener. I don't think he's going to be ready for the CT player that's playing close, though.
He doesn't seem aware.
Mm-mm. Oh, here we go. Oh, he sees the shadow. Did he see the shadow? I do not think he did. Since the lighting change with CS2 came, I believe it's much easier to see. Looks like we have a potential save coming in here from Shane. Or Shin, sorry. Can he find the lone AK? I'm not really sure where Twisted dropped. Nope, he has the op. I am just misspoken right now. Do not listen to me. Was he the original owner? That is the question everybody is asking right now. So for those of us tuning in that haven't had a chance to fire up the new Counter-Strike update, Valve has added the ability to view the loadout of players. So if you're on your team and you're dead, you're now able to view what your teammate can buy. How do you feel about that?
I do appreciate that we're getting more interface updates. Keep in mind, I played CSGO before the panorama update or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
It's you don't realize what you don't have until you start to compare it to other things, or they give you an update. So I think it's good that we now have those kind of things. I'm a little bit more doubtful on the new audios, the changes for the sounds.
Yes,
like some of those sounds. I know my hearing's probably not the best, but some of these pin pulls sound like somebody eating a potato chip really loud.
I am a huge fan of the new Molotov as it whizzes out your hand. I will say that. Anthony C jumping in, not aware what's to his left. Oh, just runs into sight with a nade out. I think here Shin needs to try to save this op at all costs. I see ready for the guy short. Is not. Trying to get an end game there. Not able to make the passage. Come on, Jack. Show us the big gun. Show us the custom knives. Show us the good ones. What a banger. Who is that we're seeing with the stock knife?
Maybe I'll get a little controversial here and say I can understand where people from years ago said that they did not like Counter-Strike's shift to being more skins oriented, and it brought some good things, but it also, for those of us who were in the scene a while ago, we remember some of the bad things that it brought in to the community too, and some controversies and some permanent match bans and things like that.
Yes. I buy power.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always good to see at this rank a lot of utility mid. I think that's something that even casting earlier, we really didn't see a lot of early utility, especially on train. I think that's kind of a map that as people play it more and more, they'll start adapting and adjusting the utility that they're throwing early round. I think Ancient is a classic that we're going to see a lot of mid utility. I expect that Molly onto Speedway. obviously a Molly B ramp, probably a smoke A main. If you're really not throwing that utility, you're really allowing the terrorists to gain a lot of map control early in the round. And not even necessarily map utility or map area gain, but just the noise cues. You know, you molly that speedway, you hear the tick, you know that they're gonna push into Jaguar.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Oh, Nebula.
Oh, it's like two submarines fighting in the murky water.
Sonar enabled.
You know, the irony though is the terrorists took the site with like no warning from there were any CTs there. They just come out there, they're walking, they're like, okay, let's start throwing some utility and take the site. It's the utility that's being thrown that kind of lets the counter terrorists know, like, oh hey, somebody's taking our bomb site, we should go get it back. It's crazy when you don't put people on the A bomb site. Like, people could just walk in for free and plant.
Heavy pressure on B here. Two CTs, they're gonna go ahead and push down Speedway. And feel free in chat, guys. If I am wrong on this call out, you let us know. I'll be sure not to change it, but we want to hear your voice. Oh, the Mag 7. I've seen the Mag 7 make a lot of appearances in early season. Yeah, and it looks like the terrorists just kind of a little confused on that they plan to B site. Giving it up. Now Notorious is in a situation where he's going to try to get this frag and save. Bomb's already defused. Do not die at the time. There's it. Beating. Oh.
Oh, no.
Wow. Looking for the gun as opposed to engaging the enemy. That is a close call right there.
I am not familiar with these teams, and I look over the players. I'm not as familiar with the names. So I guess let's what tier are these teams in?
This is a silver match currently, so we have the first recognition of silver on our stream.
Okay.
I am familiar with Stegosaurus. Notorious, I have seen his name around. Terrorist though, cleaning up the round, mauling off your long A player. I'm not sure how I feel about that one. Mauling off your short player. They have seen him by the box. Twisted though, still getting the frag. Oh, Anthony, what are you gonna do here? I think you kind of sit and wait here. Oh, not ready for the red room. Just get out of there. Oh. They are surrounding Anthony right now. Good frag. Not enough though on the second kill. Notorious carrying the terrorist side right now. 13 frags soaring in the server.
Yeah, some of those Molotovs were a little bit like the thing I've noticed, like when teams aren't coordinated, and I don't know if this is a tier thing or not, but when teams aren't coordinated, you'll notice like individual decisions make sense in their own context, but they don't always make sense in team context. So like Molotoving long, great idea when you take the site. Not so much when your teammate's running through. And then do it again on the short side. Like,
just follow it up.
Like, yeah, you know what they're trying to do, and I appreciate what they're trying to do. This is where you need to like. I mean, it's early, right, for the teams, but the teams need to get a benchmark where they're at and then we'll start working on team coordination.
Yeah, I think it's just that map awareness and player movement awareness. I mean, doubling down on the molly on your own teammate. I'm not really sure that was the move, but Shen coming up. 2 kills. We are in a 1v4 now.
Beautiful. I know even when I played with the team, elsewhere, one of the issues that we had to work on was we would have a player decide they wanted to push and take an aggressive spot, like that long push that we saw. And one of the things we noticed is that the next player behind him wouldn't push with him. And so, you know, we did some demo reviews and we were noticing these issues and had some of these complaints, and we had to actually work on the idea of saying, no, you got to call it when you're going to push. You have to let us know. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, where that's facing.
Be more aware. And yeah, and then the second part, I had to work on being more aware. That was a good trade.
That was. Yeah, I think we're having a clash here.
That's an
Actually, the
elephant
bomb is
stampede.
booking it back. Yep. Taking advantage. I think that stems back to that map control. Terrorists take too much map control. CTs feel that their focus has to be on that area of the map. And they're about to get caught right here. Happy able to cross there. I was a little surprised by that. Bomb coming in late to the site. Looks like it's still going to get down though. They have to be aware now that this is a CT setup. Can done be handled. Oh, not ready. Wow, Anthony. How are you feeling about that post plant there? Do you feel like there should have been a shift in where everybody was looking?
Yeah, I don't want to just like nitpick on these things, but like, I guess the thing that I'm noticing here is that there are a lot of trades going back and forth. And so it's like the idea, the likelihood of you as a player in this match getting, you know, 2 kills or 3 kills holding the line doesn't seem to be as great right now. Everyone seems to be fairly evenly matched. So I think you should be trying to play a little bit more together. Like, have, I mean, it sounds like a waste, but have 2 people watch the most obvious angles. You don't need anyone A main. Like, there's, you know, all 3 of them are over at B, right? So watch the CT push. Maybe have somebody donut. Like 2 people together would have solved a lot of that.
Yeah.
Oh, B push.
Yeah. Wow. Already long. And gets the cave kill. I'm telling you, those Tech 9s, they can be dangerous. Do not let the terrorists close. I think this is a save coming in. I mean, you have a stacked foresight. The op's already in the hands in M4. Oh, as I say that, Grizzly getting a kill entry. He did not see. Yep. Grizzly manages to get the kill on Sis. Wow. This is going to come down to the wire. Yeah, he has that. Yeah, 2 retakes in a row. Granted, half the team was on pistol, but still, I mean, that's another scenario of post plant. Are you putting yourself in the best position to capitalize on a taken site?
Yeah, you could argue that the tryhards here knew that it was an eco play. Maybe they figured they wouldn't have armor, and it's only the guns they picked up. But yeah, I did appreciate that they kept the speed up. If you're gonna do a retake like that, go fast. Don't waste time and let the clock go.
I think also in that scenario, when you have a player coming down Speedway like that, and you're in Jag and you see your teammate die, you have to activate. You have to catch that player off play. I think if that kill is taken, we have a totally different scenario on that site.
No. Not the grenade. Not the pulling of the grenade at the wrong time.
Steve Source pulling it back though. Here we go. Oh, if we see a nade flow out of red corner here. Grizzly making a lot of noise though. Terrace floating back. Bomb is stuck. Here we go. Here he's activating. He can catch Grizzly off. If he takes this site. Oh, Notorious is sticking though. I mean, the CTs are really unsure of where the bomb is now. Here he goes. Now he's going to move into sight. Is he ready for the CT player? Molly's it off. Safe plant. Oh, he beats the Molly. He beats the Molly. Wow. That's just unlucky. You
know, you see that kind of play on Inferno, for example, where terrorists will smoke off CT and they push into the B bomb site, and a CT player can jump out at the right time, right through the smoke, and take them out. In this case, that place from CT is very dangerous when you're planning on the A bomb site here on Ancient. Counter-terrorists can be on the site in not even 2 seconds.
Looks like we have a mute in the server. Yeah, I feel this is more common. I feel teams now are so afraid of a T rush of B that they are allowing this A split.
Oh.
Yep. Here we go. CTs are rotating in quickly. CT, 2 CT, 2 Jag. What's going to happen here? No smoke to mass visibility. Grizzly though with the pick. Shin, terrorists are starting to flow in, but here it is. Can we get another one? Wow. Shin, I feel is just taking the team. Knife out, unaware. Wow.
Oh.
Notorious.
That was absolutely crazy there. You know, Notorious was 16 kills, 117 ADR. That's definitely what you want to see. You want to have a player who can put those shots on target there. Unfortunate though, you know, tryhards, bomb goes down. Like, I guess it's these little things that I'm noticing here in this game. Like, they're so hyper fixated on the bomb, you know, to retrieve it, they didn't even contemplate the idea that someone could be watching it.
Yep. Here we go, a B stack. Well, a quick sight take again. Notorious with the MP9. He's gonna go ahead and grab. Shit, nope, that's shut down. Anthony though, the scout connecting. Oh, there it is. There, falling 3v2. It's all about the post plant though. Can they get the bomb down to get that extra cash? Stanky's caught out. I feel we have witnessed a lot of nice out deaths. Would you agree?
Yes, I think there are two things I've noticed. One is that it's, again, that fixation on something else other than the fight that's in front of you. And the other thing I've noticed is I think what people would blame timings on. Like, you remember the guy who pulls the grenade or pulls the flash when he's standing right? Okay. A lot of players I noticed in my own games, and myself too, I'm guilty of this, will always say, oh, I'm a victim of timing, right? Just the wrong timing. It's like, well, you got to turn the odds of timing in your favor. You know, it's like the people that stand in front of the smoke and they get surprised that they get killed through smokes a lot. It's like, well, there's always that risk. If you don't stand in front of the smoke, you can't get killed through it.
Yeah, it's almost like
timings.
I remember way back, this is the Counter-Strike Source days, a guy told me ABBA, and I said, what is ABBA? And he said, always be aiming. And I think that in this tier right now, that needs to be kind of, not necessarily priority, because you want to focus on your utility game, your timing, you know, the gameplay, the team communication, but at the same time, you need to make sure that you're ready for that next engagement. Yeah, it looks like the force up here with the bonus guns, I'm sorry, the carryover with the bonus guns, not really able to compete. However, though, as I say that, Anthony C falls. 3v2, oh, I'm so sorry, 2v2. Oh, Grizzly is down there with 6 HP. CT's not aware of that, though. They may believe they're going into a full-blooded 3-stack.
See, that's unfortunate. He's down to the scout now. They lost the rifle in that. I think a save would have probably been better with the rifle.
Yeah. Yeah, we have an AUG coming out, an M4, 3 pistols currently. Are we going to see anything else purchased? MP9. Just an AUG and MP9. I'm not sure how I feel yet. Another scout. That's a continued... Oh, we do have a CZ, guys. I almost feel more comfortable with that CZ being in cave rather than sitting here looking down Long Bank. Long Bank.
Yeah, I've always felt like the CZ's almost like a sort of like a variant on the taser.
Yeah, it's a one and done. You need to be close proximity, get the kill, swap it out for the rifle, move on.
Although when you get like 3 kills with it, you definitely feel like
Oh wow, teeth. She's coming up big there. Ooh, you know that's that spray control that you really look like. It's very easy to sit there and just hold mouse one, let the spray get away from you. But to stop, be aware. I have a few bullets left. Let's make this correction, get the frag. Sets the team up very well to end that round.
You know, I think this is the first tactical timeout I've seen in this
All night.
this whole night. Like honestly, like this is the first one. I'm surprised. I forgot we had these.
It's very easy to finish. I think that a lot of teams will just say, hey, let's just go ahead and keep forcing up, keep moving it on. Tryhards aware, hey, we have 2 people that are really kind of outperforming the rest of the server outside of Notorious right now. Let's bring our collection together, figure out what our next steps are. Maybe we'll see some utility. We really only have 1 player with utility, though. Not a heavy buy-in. The Hero OK on Shin, which is you know, fair between Shin or Grizzly. I think that's kind of your best suitor for a solo rifle.
In your experience, do you find that your teams call timeouts on T side more than CT, or is it pretty much even?
I think that it's, truth be told, I think that it's on either side. I mean, I think that you're casting last week. We took that timeout on the last round of T side on Ancient. And that was really to collect the composure of the team. You know, we were winning bid, lost a round real quick, and I wanted to huddle the team up together and make sure, hey guys, you know, we're on a full buy. We want to make sure that we know exactly what everybody's throwing utility-wise, where everybody needs to be, and I think it really just kind of helps cool that composure that you have. It's very easy to get jittery, run out middle, have your knife out and you're trying to speed up around just like that, peeking with a nade. You want to make sure everybody's on the same page. Nebula, though, they are really stepping into form right here.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, how do you feel about the AUG? Are you a huge fan of it? I know that they nerfed it a while back, but what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, I think it serves a purpose. There are certain long angles, very far distances that the scope might be useful in and things like that. Personally, I just never really got used to it. I like certain aspects of the M4s for the CT side. And, you know, for a time I was an SG enjoyer, though, on the T side. Like, that worked out. I think there was a little bit of a moment where everyone figured out it was actually pretty good. And that was around the time I think they really messed up first bullet accuracy across the board.
Yep.
And the SG was suddenly, you know, more like the old AK, and it enjoyed a little bit of use. And then, of course, they nerfed it.
Nova Dank with the opener. Terrace really kind of slowing down and just giving it up. And trying to pull it back, but already down to 1 HP. I really feel Ancient is a map of manipulation, making the enemy team really feel that your presence on a certain side of the map dictates where they need to be, and then you kind of course correct. Kind of like what we're seeing here. You saw they pull them away. There's one in CT right now. Donut is open. Going to go ahead and take site. There's time to get a bomb down. That extra cash flow is very important in these late rounds. The nade. Have seen this before. I think you witnessed it last Monday, or this past Monday, on the bomb planter.
The beautiful thing is he doesn't even have to push through on this. He can literally just reposition like that. I mean, unfortunately, he dies, but it's like he didn't have to rush. He didn't even have to do what he did there. He could have just said, here comes the rotate.
Yeah, no time for plant now. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Utility.
My boys right there. Sorry to crash the stream, y'all. It's Cosmic Force GM Eclipse here. I had to go full fan mode coming in, seeing my silver players going crazy in this close game. How's it going, fellas?
It's going great. Good to have you
There we
join
go.
us.
Yeah,
Definitely
glad
a
to be.
back and forth. So, Clips, you know, general manager, what are your goals for this season? Where do you see your team? How do you expect the output to be?
Yeah, well, so last week we went fully even as a franchise, 3-3, which is, it's got its ups, it's got its downs, but overall, I think the biggest thing is just improvement, right? So with our Guardian team tonight, they lost both their matches, unfortunately, match day 1, but they went 1-1, and their second game that they lost was really close. So already seeing improvement there. I think our global team, we had a bit of a rough night in our second match, but still improvement all around. So I think the biggest thing is just seeing that we're getting better every match day. The players are having fun. We're creating a good environment. And it looks like Silver Team's coming up in this match day too. So overall, the franchise is on the come up.
The big ups. The big
Yeah.
ups. No, we really are seeing that kind of come together. T side started off strong, kind of fizzled out a little bit, but now we're seeing a real pickup on CT side. Notorious sitting on 22 frags, Twisted Agony following close suit with 16. Over on the other side, you do see on tryhards, we have Shin on 19, Grizzly on 19. But it just feels that right now Nebula really have the edge in the late round.
Yeah, and Notorious, that's why I drafted him in the first round. That guy is crazy. He's one of the best fraggers in silver for sure. And I've been in the call and kind of heard him a little bit sometimes, just them getting together as a team. He's a talkative guy. He's fun to play with, great vibes. I think overall he kind of makes up the center of the team. That's why he's the captain. And I think looks like they're having a good time together. We got a bit of an unk roster, if you don't know. Like if I had to guess, we probably got over here in silver. We got like highest average age. We got
Who is the IGL for Nebula?
Happy is
Happy. Okay, and we have a second timeout coming out. I know that you're a fan of that, Bible.
Yeah, timeouts are, they could be definitely used as a weapon. I remember way back in the day when Fnatic was doing their big run in CSGO, the casters would always make a big deal of Fnatic's timeouts. It was like, I forget what the rate was, like a 75% win chance on the next round.
Wow, that is, if you're taking a break and the result of that is over 70% win rate, I think that is viable to take those timeouts. Did y'all know that Nick Saban had over an 80% loss rate after a timeout?
Hey, there we go.
Win rate. I'm memeing hard as heck right now, guys. That's almost like my Speedway comment. And what I like to see out of Notorious is when you think about it, that's something we really see out of a Patrick Mahomes.
Look at this detail from T side, though. I gotta give it to him. That was a great execute.
Just go ahead and swarming the site. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, 2 through the smoke, too.
So, Bible, we're here in a late round, 10-10 match. How are you feeling? Are you expecting Terrace to start throwing a lot more util? What are you expecting out of this?
I think when they went fast, they had their best success. If they start running out of ideas, you might see some other fast plays like that where they try to hit a bomb site quickly, force the issue. They're going to really want to break the economy of Nebula as fast as possible. I think that's their only chance right here is to just sort of really turn them into a state of a severe disadvantage.
Notorious with the peak.
Oh my.
How is he still alive all that time?
Here we go. All right, here we go. CTs are taking the side. We have a 1v2 terrorist stuck on ramp. Coming out of the smoke. Oh, gets the double kill. So Source. Wow. You know, I am actually excited, and I hope that we have overtime on this stream. Am I just the only one that's hoping for that?
I think it'd be the first one. You know, every game I've casted here, I've done 3 games now this week. Well, 4. No, it's 4 games, but 2 nights, and now this one. And you know, they were all like just beatdowns one way or the other. Even when a team would lose, they'd come back the next one or whatever, you know, or they'd win twice. But it's like this is the first actually close game that I've seen so far right now in this league.
It really is. Slugfest. I do believe I heard that a preseason game went to quadruple overtime. I was not able to witness that, but I have heard rumor.
I think I've been in one of the longest games in any Counter-Strike league. It went like 72 rounds.
That is a lot of Counter-Strike. I think I've been fortunate, I'd say, to witness 4 rounds of overtime in person. And I think about after that, I've had enough Counter-Strike. CT's kind of. I can only imagine. I mean, at that point, you know, the old saying of "you're out of strats" in the strat book. I think that is a firm understanding of that game. Terrorist cleaning house.
Bomb has been planted.
Come on, Dova. Not gonna lie to y'all, fellas. Overtime would be fun, but I might be a little biased here. It's kind of stressing me out.
For the sake of Nebula, we are rooting for an overtime. I mean, unless Dalvadank can really kind of turn on the heater here and get this 4K cleanup with the bomb defusal, I'm really seeing the time slipping away, though. I think here's a safe rifle. Let's look at the money. How are we feeling about the money? We do not have a good buy coming in next. I mean, at most, maybe a couple of rifles, not a lot of heavy utility.
He better get away. Oh no!
That is unfortunate. So unfortunately, guys, we are going to work out what's been going on with this, but we have a known, as Bible and I are saying, update bug. I'm sticking with that until we find out otherwise. But I
So the
do
game just
believe the game is, we have lost the last round. Tryhards have won. We have, and we tuned in late. I appreciate everybody staying for this late night Counter-Strike stream. I'm not sure who won the first match.
Nebula did.
Nebula? I'm hearing from
Yeah.
our analytics special team that Nebula have won the first game, and we have a 1-1 split. So I think overall, very good outcome. Tryhard's kind of staying in that gritty atmosphere of, hey, we will go fist for fist every round, but we're gonna stick it out and win this last one. I think that was a really good team cohesion there at the end. We're getting that beautiful end of stream. We're not done talking yet. Tune in, guys. Everybody that's still in live on the stream, we're tuning in here live with Eclipse GM. How do you feel about your team's performance tonight?
You know, it was a close game. It was a close game. It looked like it was. I didn't get to watch all of it, admittedly, but I did start watching when it was around 8, 9 there. And I think overall they're getting comfortable together. It's the most important part. You know, it takes time to really build the chemistry and the cohesion you need to play as a team. And I think overall, yeah, like everyone's having fun. Everyone's talking to each other. It's really active in our Discord right now, in the franchise chats and stuff. So yeah, I'm just glad everyone's having a fun time. You know, first season EPE, bro. Let's go.
It is season 0. You know, it's the practice one. Bible, how do you feel about the second match? Before we get into a quick interview with our GM that's co-hosting with us.
Well, it was entertaining in that it was very close. It was very different from the other matches we saw. Things were much more polished in the first 2 games, right? It felt like those players had more experience and they were able to play off of each other. A lot of team coordination. This game, you got to see what would happen when you don't have that time to really, you know, play together. You don't have the coordination and you're working at it and you have to learn as you go. So it's sometimes it lends itself to more exciting Counter-Strike. You see the back and forth and the wild plays, and and sometimes a hero steps up. It's entertaining in a very different way.
Yeah, I think that kind of building off of that, the awareness that you alluded to, I think that's critical in this tier. Are you ready for that next engagement? Do I need to have this utility out if I'm in a scenario where the bomb site is kind of the contesting of the comm site is reliant on me as a CT side, or even on a terrorist side? We did see a few scenarios like that. I think you hit it right on the nail. It's kind of about that. Can we get the frag? When we're ready for are we ready for the frag? And I think that's something that as the season develops, we'll see that player development kind of correct that. So moving on from our last match, Eclipse. We just saw your team wrap up a 1-1. How are you feeling about the rest of your tiers?
Overall, I think it went a lot better. Like I said, the match day one, really, really shaky. A lot of blowouts actually in the first match day, and this match day was a lot more close games. Besides us global team, but our global team did have one player out, so we brought up a practice squad player. Feature of EPE. Bringing in the practice squad guys that get to sit and come in on match days and play huge. And Acid was our practice squad player for global. He came in and he played.
He showed
amazing.
up.
He played amazing. Yeah.
He showed up. That's for sure.
But
Definitely.
yeah, no, it's really fun. Looking forward to next week. We got a lot of time. From now we got the weekend till Monday. So I think, Fate, we got Fate AGM on Cosmic Force. He cooks up with a lot of coaching stuff. He's been working with the IGLs in the franchise and getting them to be able to lead their team properly. And so I think we're going to be running some more stuff like that. We did it last weekend. We're going to do it again and keep the teams rolling.
Yeah, and I think that's something that kind of stands out with EPE is that whole coaching role and the involvement it has within the player base, and how can we, not only give a space for players to come together and us draft and pick who can start, who's going to be on the practice squad, give the opportunity for the practice squad to move up, but giving that additional layer of, I wouldn't say training, but maybe tips, guidance, smoke lineups to really develop those, I'd say, lower level tiers to gain that medium to even global expertise. I'm curious to see how that develops throughout the season. I think that we'll see a lot of expedited skill increase over the course of the season.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I think that is going to be it tonight. Shout out, as always, our observer tonight, Jackpot, everybody. Thank you so much, Jack. Bible, you are absolutely awesome. It is such a pleasure to co-host with you and to anchor alongside with you. And Eclipse, thank you so much for joining us last minute, the insight into your organization, the ability to really see where you view your team versus how we view our team is really good to see. And it's always a pleasure to have you on. And thank you to everybody out there watching, and tune in next week for EPE. See you guys soon.
Thank you.